The new upcoming 2024 LEGO Star Wars Sith Infiltrator just got leaked, and let's have a look at it. So first off, the minifigures. There are only four of them in this set, which is quite disappointing actually. I was expecting maybe five or six for $70. But well, anyway, it comes of course with one of the 25 years LEGO Star Wars anniversary figures, and in this case it is Saw Gerrera, which looks to be a really nice figure, other than the color, which probably should have been a darker green. I mean, if you look at the colors of Saw Gerrera, even in the animated shows, he doesn't look that bright. But anyway, would be interesting to see in more detail. But the other minifigures, well, there's of course Darth Maul, which probably will look very nice. And there is also Qui-Gon Jinn with his cloth poncho, I guess you could say, which is very exciting. I can't wait to get him in my hands. And finally, Anakin as a little boy, which of course is that normal figure that we always get in these sort of sets. But now let's get to the actual build. And to me, it actually looks very, very undersized. I mean, yes, of course, it costs $70 rather than the usual $100 that the past few have cost. But yeah, it's still way too undersized for such a big menacing ship in the actual movie, in my opinion at least. And also, it looks kind of strange in the middle section. It's not very sleek, and I mean, it doesn't have many studs showing, which is pretty nice. But that weird section in the middle just goes up way too high. But I mean, other than that, the design is pretty nice with some nice printing on top, as to be expected, and the wing bits look pretty good, if a little small. But yeah, overall, pretty good. Still, one of my least favorite Sith Infiltrators that we've seen in the past years. I mean, you can probably compare it closest to, especially in the size, to the second ever Sith Infiltrator. So there's that. But when you compare it to something like the 2011 Sith Infiltrator, for example, which personally is my favorite Lego has ever made, yeah, it does look sleeker in terms of, it less studs showing. It's maybe a bit more modern of a design, but it's of course way smaller, but just way less menacing, way less sleek in design, in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you think. But personally, it's one of my least favorites so far. But other than that, you can clearly see those three probe droids coming out of the bottom section of the Sith Infiltrator. And if this is actually a play feature where they can like pop out at the press of a button, then that would be really cool. I think that's what they're trying to do there. But then again, I suspect that if that is the case, that's probably why they had to compromise the build so much on the top section, as I mentioned. And yeah, if that's the case, then well, yeah, that's pretty disappointing to me because I'd rather have the build look better. But of course, it's made for kids primarily, so I assume this would be a fun play feature. But also, you can't really see any stud shooters or those spring-loaded missiles anywhere on the box art. So I'm assuming those aren't even included, which is pretty cool because again, that makes it look better usually. But yeah, let me know what you think about this set. I'm not really sold on it, especially for that hefty price tag of $70. I think for 50, this could be worth it, especially because of that promo figure. But other than that, yeah, I wouldn't really buy it.